Fury's next fight is locked in, and it could be the biggest fight of the decade. We'll talk about his impressive high-speed hand and head movement. Could we be seeing Fury fight Alexander in 2022? Then we'll see how Israel Adesanya has found the time to praise Tyson Fury. Next, we learn Lee McGregor would embrace a showdown with Naoya Inoue, and we'll finish off with Fury blasting Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte on a rant about him returning to Dubai. Let's look into how Fury's big $59 million fight could set him up for the next 10 years. Superstar Tyson Fury will be defending his WBC title against Dillian Whyte. Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, bid 41 million USD, which translates to 58.6 million in Australian dollars. Fury is on track to earn 80% of the bag, which would be 46 million in Australian dollars. Whyte, on the other hand, would end 20%, which is 11.7 million. Recently, Fury won against Deontay Wilder and will take on Whyte in the UK. Fury commented his excitement, saying, "I can't wait to punch Whyte's face in. I'll give him the best hiding he's ever had. Whyte, train hard because you are getting annihilated." In the meantime, Anthony Joshua is now expecting to have a rematch against Alexander for the IBF, WA, and WBO title. If Joshua wins and regains all three belts, it could lead to a big fight with Fury if he's able to defeat Whyte. Boxer Vitaly Klitschko said Fury and Joshua would be one of the main fights within the past 10 years. Vitaly said, "Everyone expects the rematch between Usyk and Joshua. Usyk is so strong, or did Joshua make mistakes? Who is stronger? That question interests every boxing fan. Let's receive an answer. That's why this fight must happen. Huge fight. Right now, everybody doubts if Joshua is strong enough to fight Fury. He can give the answer in the Usyk fight. If Joshua beats Usyk, there will be huge interest." He concluded saying, "Joshua is a classic boxer. Fury is unorthodox. Both are punchers. Both can decide the fight at any moment. Both are world-class fighters and can knock each other out any second." Let's touch on Fury's high-speed hand and head movements. Tyson put his high-speed skills to the test when he displayed a new clip on social media. A video has emerged of him working away training, and when he was asked about his game plan when facing Whyte, Fury told Dubai Eye, "Whatever I feel like on the night, really. I don't pay these bumps too much attention. Any style, I can definitely beat Whyte. Even if I put one hand behind my back and one foot off the floor, I'll still beat him." We can tell Tyson is showing off his high speeds as he prepares for his fight with Dillian Whyte. In the video, Fury was throwing together some nice combinations with his sparring partners before he started showing off with his quick speed head movements. Some fans responded to his footage saying, "Unsure how everyone can seem to suggest Tyson Fury's physique is not good enough. He is miles ahead of every heavyweight who everyone deemed it to be in better shape. Don't understand the constant surprise when people see the physique they all know Fury will always have." Another stated, "It's madness, and how long has he been out of the ring, and I'm sure this is just the start of his training camp for the Whyte fight, and he will be in the usual shape come fight night." Fury claims he could defeat Whyte with one hand bound. Fury even told Dubai Eye Sport, "Whatever I feel like on the night, really, because I don't pay these bums too much attention. To be fair, whatever I feel like on the night. Any style, I can definitely beat Whyte. Even if I put one hand behind my back and one foot off the floor, I'll still beat him." Is Fury set to fight Alexander Usyk sometime in 2022? Tyson had dismissed the fact that Usyk would even be a hard fight. He says he would obliterate his fellow champion. Fury had gotten the WC belt when he fought Wilder in October, just a month after Usyk won against Anthony Joshua. Joshua triggered a rematch clause in order to defend his title against Dillian Whyte. Another deal was proposed, and it allowed a unification between the Ukrainian, who was undefeated, and the so-called Gypsy King. Fury continues to have questions thrown his way and was even asked if he would pose a greater threat over Wilder, whom Fury overcame twice. Fury responded saying, "He didn't do any damage at all to Anthony Joshua, and he definitely ain't going to do any damage to a man like me. I'll obliterate him. He's a cruiserweight. Now he's a pumped-up middleweight. He was a middleweight in the amateurs, 75 kg, and I was a super heavyweight at 11 years old." Fury's primary focus is on Whyte, who he is expected to fight on April 23rd in the UK. When Fury was asked about his game plan with Whyte, he replied, "Whatever I feel like on the night, really." Next, Israel Adesanya praises Tyson Fury. Israel revealed his admiration for Tyson and claimed he's phenomenal. The stylebender is impressed how Gypsy King managed to turn his life around after going through his battle with addiction and depression. He claims it's a story that deserves to be cast on the big screen. He added, "I can't wait for the biopic to come out. He's a phenomenal human being, not just a fighter. I really admire what he's done." Adesanya went on to say, "It's been on record. I said I wouldn't want it. He said he doesn't want it, but you don't always get what you want. So Ali should just be quiet once in a while. He talks too much, a little bit. He knows how to contact me directly if he wants to speak to me." Fury often shows love to champions in the UFC, and more recently, Khabib Nurmagomedov shared on Twitter they praised each other. Tyson is training for his fight against Whyte, and he could be on his way to challenge all the greats in the heavyweight division. It's nice to see two top contenders such as themselves showing praise to one another. In other news, Lee McGregor says he would embrace a showdown with Naoya Inoue. Lee saw Naoya close up when the Japanese star boxed in Glasgow a few years ago. McGregor, a European bantamweight champ, will return to the ring soon in London, where he will face Diego Alberto Ruiz of Argentina. Inoue is one of the top contenders at 118 pounds, but McGregor wants to fight him eventually. Lee commented, "I do need a good real while to get myself ready for that. I believe I am ready for world level, depending on the champion, but he is the elite of the elite, and I'm in no rush with that. Maybe an eliminator might be ideal, but these things can be real life-changing. If a fight like this is going to change mine and my family's life, I am not going to turn it down. I wouldn't hesitate." Lee, who was 25, was an undercard when Inoue boxed in Glasgow in 2019 at the World Boxing Super Series semifinal against Emmanuel Rodriguez. He commented, "To see him up close, he is a devastating punch and obviously a very good fighter, but I would be in the wrong game if I said I was going to get in the ring and think I was going to get in the ring and think I was going to lose." McGregor, who is trained by Ben Davidson, is looking forward to his match with Farouk. Tyson blasts Anthony and Dillian in a rant about his return to Dubai. Fury called Anthony a greedy coward and a busted flush. He claims Anthony is scared to fight Usyk. Although he doesn't hate his old sparring partner Dillian, he did say it would be a coward move if he were to pull out. He also takes aim at Dillian White, calling him an idiot if he isn't able to sign the contract or turn up to their fight on April 23rd. There was ridicule for Josh's negotiation for a payment, which would allow Fury to take the WC champion to box WBA, IBF, and WBO holder Usyk for the world title. Fury stated he agreed to accept the $15 million to step aside from his rematch with Usyk. Then he asked for $5 million more because he's greedy and knows he can't beat Usyk, so he wouldn't have gotten the most even if he got the courage to fight him. He said Joshua is basically a busted flush, and there's still no sign he's taking on Usyk. He claims to not want the fight because if he gets knocked out another time, he'll be finished. Tyson isn't taking crap from anyone and will be defending his title in no time. There you have it, Fury and boxing fans. We touched on Fury's $59 million fight. Then we went over Fury's high-speed moves that set him apart. And could Fury fight Alexander this year? Then we saw Israel Adesanya praise Fury. We then found out Lee McGregor would like to verse Naoya Inoue. We then saw how Fury put Anthony and Dillian on blast regarding his return to Dubai. So who are you betting for in the fight? So what do you think? Will Fury fight Usyk? Let us know what you think down below.